In the heart of Central Asia, there lies a place the world has almost forgotten. No name on modern maps, no living descendants to claim it. Only scattered ruins, half swallowed by sand, and whispers carried by the wind. Some called it the Jewel of the Steppes, others the Gate of Heaven. But one night it vanished, and history, it seems, turned the page as if it had never been written at all. This is the story of the Khazaran Empire, a civilization erased so completely that only fragments remain. But what those fragments reveal will challenge everything we thought we knew about power, faith, and the fragility of human ambition. The Khazaran Empire was not born from bloodlines of kings, nor from ancient divine right. Its founders were traders, wanderers, and warriors of no fixed home, a people who mastered the spaces between the great empires of their time. In the 7th century, while Byzantium clung to the Mediterranean and the Islamic Caliphate surged across deserts, the Khazarans found their kingdom in the shadows. They controlled the arteries of trade between East and West, silk from China, silver from Scandinavia, spices from India. Caravans that crossed their lands moved under their protection, and in return they paid tribute in gold, furs, and horses that rivaled any on earth. But their true genius was not in war. It was in diplomacy. For decades, they balanced the power of the two greatest empires of their age, the Christian Byzantines and the Muslim Caliphate, playing one against the other, never falling entirely into either's embrace. Then, something extraordinary happened. Somewhere between the 8th and 9th centuries, the Khazaran elite adopted a new faith. Not Christianity, not Islam, but Judaism. Why? No one knows for certain. Some scholars believe it was a masterstroke of politics. By embracing neither of their powerful neighbors' religions, they could remain independent. Others argue it was sincere slow conversions sparked by merchants, travelers, and a fascination with the ancient covenant of Israel. Whatever the truth, it made them unique. They became a Jewish kingdom in the middle of the Eurasian steppe, a rarity in the medieval world. And yet this choice would also make them a target. History remembers wars fought with swords and fire. But some wars are fought in silence. By the 10th century, the Caliphate to the south and the rising Rus principalities to the north began to see Khazaran power as a threat. While merchants still traveled under Khazaran banners, new trade routes were being carved, routes that bypassed their territory entirely. One winter, the Rus sent their fleets down the Volga. Officially, it was to punish steppe raiders. In truth, it was the beginning of a slow strangulation. From chronicles like that of Ahmad ibn Fadlan, we catch glimpses, burned fortresses, slaughtered garrisons, and the steady push of foreign influence into Khazaran lands. Yet the Khazarans fought back with alliances, with bribes, and with their unmatched cavalry. But the noose was tightening. Then came the night. It is said that in the early 11th century, the Khazaran capital Lytle was engulfed in flames. The exact year. Lost. The cause? Debated. Some say it was the Rus who broke through the walls after a brutal siege. Others whisper it was an inside betrayal, a coup driven by factions who believed the kingdom had strayed from its path. What is certain is this. By dawn, the heart of the Khazaran Empire was gone. The survivors scattered, some to the Caucasus Mountains, some to Crimea, others into the vast anonymity of the steppe. In a single generation, the Khazaran name had all but vanished from memory. For centuries, the Khazarans existed only as ghostly mentions. In foreign chronicles, no epic poems, no grand inscriptions. Even their language, a Turkic tongue now extinct, dissolved into the sands of time. It wasn't until the 20th century that archaeologists began to uncover their story again. Pottery marked with Hebrew letters, coins bearing strange symbols, the charred timbers of Italy's riverside docks, and perhaps most haunting of all mass, graves, their bones showing signs of violent death. Intermingled with jewelry from Persia and sword hilts from Scandinavia, they had lived at the crossroads of the world, and died there too. The Khazaran Empire is more than a historical curiosity. It is a mirror, They rose without conquering great swaths of land, but by mastering connections. They survived for centuries by balancing powers far greater than themselves. And yet, for all their skill, all it took was a shift in trade winds and a turn of foreign ambition to erase them. Their story warns us, civilizations are not invincible. Borders, religions, and alliances are fragile as the men and women who keep them alive. And there is one final irony: the Khazaran bloodline did not vanish completely. Genetic traces of their people linger in populations across Eastern Europe and the Caucasus, their DNA an unspoken testament to a nation the world forgot. They may have lost their empire, but they remain not as rulers, but as whispers in the veins of millions. If you walk the steppe at night, you can still feel it, the wind carrying fragments of a language no one speaks. The stars above, the same ones that guided their caravans across continents. The Khazaran Empire is gone, but its absence